Most people think their government prints their own money, but the truth is far more shocking, giving America unprecedented financial power. Every country needs dollars to trade internationally, but who actually five currencies have global currencies? The answer lies in understanding what a reserve currency actually is and why it matters to everyone. Think of reserve currencies like the universal language of global trade. Everyone agrees to speak it. But here's where it gets interesting. The Federal Reserve, not the US government, actually prints the money. The Federal Reserve is like the pilot of a massive aircraft, controlling the altitude of the entire economy. When the Fed prints more money, it's like flooding the engine with fuel. Power increases, but so does the risk. Other countries hold dollars because it's stable, trusted, and accepted everywhere, like a universal passport for trade. But what happens when the pilot makes a mistake? Turbulence affects every passenger on board. Let's fly over to understand how other currencies try to compete in this % of global reserves. The euro emerged as a challenger, creating a unified economic force across Europe. China's yuan is the new challenger, rapidly gaining ground as an international reserve currency. But the yuan has a problem. China controls its value, making other countries hesitant to fully trust it. This is why trust becomes the most valuable currency of all in the reserve game. The Federal Reserve operates independently from the government to maintain that crucial trust. When countries need dollars, they don't call Washington, they look to the markets, the largest financial market in the world. Countries build dollar reserves like travelers collecting frequent flyer miles for emergencies. When a crisis hits, those reserves become the life jacket keeping economies from drowning. But here's what most people don't realize. The Fed's decisions ripple across the entire globe instantly. When the Fed raises rates, money flows back to America like passengers rushing to board the last flight. This creates what economists call the exorbitant privilege. America borrow cheaply because everyone needs its currency. Other countries are now asking, should we build a new global currency system? The BRICS nations are actively developing alternative payment systems.
Cryptocurrency enthusiasts argue that Bitcoin could be the neutral reserve currency of the future. El Salvador became the first.
But Bitcoin's wild price swings make central bankers nervous about trusting it with their reserves. So who actually prints the money? The answer, it happens through a combination of Fed policy and your might bank. The Federal Reserve creates the base money, but commercial banks multiply it through lending. This means your bank account isn't just storing money, it's part of the money creation machine. So what does this mean for you? Your savings are part of a global chess game. Understanding this system is the first step to understanding monetary literacy is one of the strongest predictors of wealth accumulation. Now you know who prints the money and why it matters to everyone on this flight called Earth. If this flight through the world of money, drop a con with your destination. And if you want to understand more, follow for the next departure.